everybody, we're going to change the screen today on a Toshiba L510-01Q, which is another model number is PSLF2C-01Q00G. You can go to www.screencountry.com to get your screen. They have really great quality screens. Okay, so here's how we get started. You'll need two screwdrivers, a very small flathead screwdriver and a very small Phillips screwdriver. First, tilt the laptop back and you'll see four little rubber pieces, spots. Use your small flat screwdriver and pop these off and set them aside. You will notice there's 6, but you do not need to take all 6 off because there's no screws underneath of those other 2. Now you have those off, you see there's 4 screws, Phillips screws. Take those, proceed to take those out now. Be sure not to lose any screws or any of those little rubber feet, which I almost lost. After you have those screws out, now you'll need your flathead screwdriver again and go from the side of the laptop and start near the top and work yourself around. Once you get it started, you can usually just use your fingers to pull the rest of it off. Near the bottom, just keep pulling. At this stage, you will now have to, it's clipped at the bottom, so you'll have to just pull up a little bit, and each of the bottoms will pop out. Sometimes they take a little bit to pull up. This is the hardest part, taking it off. Putting it back together is the easy part. Now you will notice when you open it up, there'll be 2 more screws right here. You need to remove those first. That will allow the whole hinge system to move the screen freely. Now you've done that, you'll be able to pull back and the back screen will move back forward. And now, towards the side, you'll look like this, which now you can remove the screws, the 2 screws on each side that support the screen. Do that for the other side as well. Now you have the screen is totally disconnected. Pull it out of the hinges. Put your laptop back down, and now you will notice the connector. For this connector, all you need to do is take the piece of tape, pull up on it so it's not stuck, and pull out. There's the old broken screen. here's the new screen from ScreenCountry.com. As you can see, I'll pull this off. This is the new screen from Screen Country. This is the old screen. So now to install, plug in the cable first. Secure the tape back down so it holds the connector, and simply just back over on its side. Place the screen inside the hinges. Put your black screws back in first. The 4 black ones that you pulled out of 2 on each side. And flip it. And it's okay if it falls out of the hinge, because once you put the screw in, the first screw, it will hold it the rest of the way. Oh. Now that we have all 4 screws in, we can proceed to putting the 2 others at the very bottom. Be sure your wire placement is in the right spot. Sorry about my head being in the way there. And we'll just take the rest of the screws. Proceed to tighten those back onto the back shell. After you have those on there, you can check your placement of your wire. Make sure it's in the right spot still. For that, then you can just proceed to put the cover back on, the bezel. So now you'll have to push the screen back as far as possible, and clip the bottom. You want to get the bottoms in first. So see how it just pops right in like that. And there. And then you can go from the top and just go around with your fingers and just start clipping the bezel, the front cover bezel back on. Don't worry, they make some snapping sounds, but that's okay. They usually don't break. They're pretty resilient. And just go around pressing it, and then flip the screen over like this, and just make sure that everything is secured. Just as that. And as you can see, there we go. As good as new. So now we just have to open it up and install your 4 screws that were removed at the first. Now you have the 4 screws installed. Now you just take and put your 4 little rubber protectors, screw cover, back over the screws. If they're not sticky anymore, a tip is that you can just take a little bit of white glue and just put a little dab of it, or from a glue stick even would work. One of your kids' glue sticks would work. And that's it, everybody. And now I'll show you how www.screencountry.com, the best. Thank you. Have a great. Everybody, enjoy the video, and I hope it helps you out.